In part 1, we saw how a 14-year-old boy named Sam came to America with nothing. He started selling rejected fruits and within years, built his own shipping fleet, bought thousands of acres, and became a major market player. But as Sam's empire grew, he clashed with the biggest giants. And to survive, Sam used strategies no ordinary entrepreneur could imagine. This journey was about to enter a phase history would remember as the Banana Wars. Sam had secret agreements with Honduras politicians that gave him tax benefits. This was his competitive edge against United Fruit. But Honduras itself was drowning in debt. In the 1870s, they'd borrowed heavily from British banks to build railways. The project failed midway. By 1900, Honduras owed $100 million. The British banks gave an ultimatum: repay or face military intervention. America stepped in with a solution. J.P. Morgan, the world's most powerful banker, would clear the debt. In return, he'd control Honduras's entire railway system. But if Morgan controlled the railways, Sam's tax exemptions would end. His business would collapse. Sam realized he had to stop this deal. But how could a small businessman fight the American government and J.P. Morgan? Sam made a brilliant move. He hired lobbyists inside the American government to plant one simple question. If a private banker controls a foreign country's infrastructure, doesn't that look anti-democratic? This small seed of doubt spread. Politicians started backing away. Sam also heavily funded newspapers to publish articles, accusing the government of working for bankers instead of people. He turned the deal into a public controversy. The local public in Honduras strongly opposed it. The American government called Sam to Washington with clear instructions. This deal is bigger than your business. Stay away. Sam understood the deal wouldn't stop from Washington, so he decided something audacious. He would change the government itself. This was Sam's boldest move ever. To overthrow a sitting president and install someone who'd protect his interests. That someone was Manuel Bonilla, Honduras's former president who still had popular support and a loyal base. Sam secretly contacted Bonilla with a deal, funding and tactical support in exchange for business protection. Bonilla signed immediately. Sam assembled an armed force of 300 men, modern weapons, heavy ammunition, a decommissioned tactical ship. Command went to Lee Christmas, a former war veteran and Bonilla's right-hand man. In September 1910, this force moved toward Honduras. City after city fell under their control. They surrounded the presidential palace and gave an ultimatum. Resign now, or thousands more troops are coming. It was a bluff. No troops were coming. But the trick worked. The president resigned. Manuel Bonilla became the new leader. Bonilla kept his promise. He gave Sam a 25-year tax exemption, 25,000 acres of land, and a $500 million loan to cover the coup expenses. Sam had changed an entire country's power structure to protect his business, but United Fruit was still the giant. 75,000 employees, 28 million in working capital, exporting millions of tons annually. Sam had only 10,000 employees and 3 million in capital. But his company was more profitable. Why? Sam ran his business with passion and precision. He understood every aspect better than his competitors. He constantly innovated and improved. Every year, Sam expanded his plantations from Nicaragua to Mexico's borders. He poached United Fruit's best workers with better pay. His empire kept growing, but soon, both companies' plantations reached the same disputed border zone between Honduras and Guatemala. Their economic interests directly clashed. Both pressured their allied governments. Political tensions rose. Military conflict seemed inevitable. American officials saw disaster coming. Two American companies about to trigger a war. The State Department called both companies with a solution: merge into one entity. The merged company would control 68% of the global banana market. For United Fruit, this was perfect. For Sam, Cuyamel was his life's work, but Sam was 52. The offer included 300,000 United Fruit shares worth $31 million, about $588 million in today's money. He'd become United Fruit's biggest shareholder. But there was a catch. Sam had to sign a non-compete agreement. Full retirement from the banana business. In late 1929, Sam sold Cuyamel to United Fruit and became one of America's richest men. But then came the Great Depression. Between 1929 and 1933, United Fruit lost money for 4 straight years. Stock value crashed 85%. Sam's $38 million shares, now worth just $3 million. Sam wasn't going to sit idle. He jumped back into action. He visited ports, ships, warehouses, plantations, talked to everyone, and discovered the real problem: slow management, wasteful systems, disconnected leadership. Sam converted his insights into a detailed report and sent it to United Fruit's board. They ignored him completely. "You're just a retired former businessman," they said. Sam tried multiple times in 1932. Every meeting, they rejected his ideas. Sometimes they made him wait for hours. Sometimes they just laughed at his broken English accent. Sam got frustrated. Convincing the board was pointless. So he did something brilliant. He went directly to United Fruit's major shareholders. One by one, in every meeting, he showed his report and explained, "The current board has destroyed your share value. If this continues, your shares will hit zero." The shareholders understood. Over 6 months, Sam collected their proxy votes. Then he walked back into the boardroom. Again, with his broken English, he tried explaining. Again, they mocked his Russian accent and ignored him. Sam quietly left. And at the next board meeting, presented all the proxy votes. The current chairman was removed. Sam Zamuri became chairman of United Fruit Company. The people who'd been laughing at him? He was now their boss. The immigrant boy who sold bananas now sat atop the world's most powerful fruit company. Sam didn't hide in an office. He went back to the field. He hired new managers, cut staff, sold liabilities, adjusted the balance sheet, reduced taxes. Within weeks, stock prices jumped from $10 to $26. Sam had saved the sinking giant. But then came something even he couldn't control. 1939, World War II. U.S. shipping routes went under military control. United Fruit's ships were seized for the naval fleet. Fuel was rationed. Ports became targets. Private companies became part of a war economy. Sam had optimized everything. But war couldn't be optimized. By war's end, United Fruit was devastated. 19 ships destroyed. These were the ships that transported their entire business. The company Sam had saved was now facing bankruptcy again. Post-war, the economy was so damaged that demand for luxury items like bananas had nearly vanished. But Sam didn't quit. He made one last move. If there's no demand for bananas, sell something else. Sam analyzed the company's assets. Thousands of acres with banana plantations. He removed the banana plants and decided to grow what the post-war market actually needed. He sent task forces worldwide to study demand and supply. The answer came back: palm oil. On those thousands of acres where bananas once grew, Sam started farming palm oil and industrial hemp fiber. While other companies went bankrupt, United Fruit survived again. New markets, new opportunities. The business stabilized. Sam had once again proved that determination can overcome anything. But life has a rule. You can win every business battle, but not every personal one. In 1943, Sam's son, a commanding officer in the U.S. Air Force, died in a plane crash. This loss broke something in Sam. The man who took big risks, made bold deals, fought massive battles, became quiet and withdrawn. He slowly distanced himself from business. The company ran automatically, profits came every year. But Sam was never the same. In 1961, at age 84, Sam Zamuri passed away. An ordinary fruit seller who became a billionaire. An outsider who became the most powerful figure in his industry. And a father who, after his greatest victory, couldn't overcome his greatest loss. Thank you for watching.